What's up, you guys? While I was about to go to bed, I had just got finished getting off a virtual holiday party with the company I work for, and it was pretty cool. And I'm sorry I don't have much light here, but I wanted to talk about the Jay-Z situation and the Royce Reed and Dwight Howard situation. So, I could definitely turn the light on, but I almost forgot. Hell, I had took a shower, got dressed for bed, and was about to go to bed. Okay, and then I thought about it. I had more stuff I needed to talk about. So, you guys. So, what I was gonna say? My scarf about to come off my head. But what's up, YouTubers? How are you guys? Make sure you subscribe to my channel here. But yeah, so if you don't know, Jay-Z lawyers went ahead and filed another filing. I guess you call it just a filing, right, with the courts. So his team is pretty much saying like three different things. They're saying that the Jane Doe lawsuit should be dismissed because of three reasons. They kept the filing short and sweet and straight to the point. So the first reason they're given is because they said that if this incident happened in the year 2000, it would have been in September 2000. And the gender law that they're trying to go by didn't start until November. So they're saying, number one, it should be dismissed. The case should be dismissed because the gender law didn't come into effect until November. So if they're filing it based on September, it should be dismissed, which doesn't make sense to me because even though the incident happened in September, it hasn't been filed, or it wasn't filed until this year, 2024. Hello, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, and I really would appreciate that. So yeah, so the reason in there doesn't make sense because even though the incident happened in September, supposedly, thank you, God, for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate that. But so even though the Jane Doe is saying the incident happened in September of 2000, huh. Well, really, if you're under 18, you shouldn't be on this channel anyway. So make sure you just get off this channel, okay? But but yeah, so it doesn't make sense. But we're going to see where the judge is going to go with this, because you all know that the judge already said that he or she doesn't want any mess. I forgot if the judge is male or female, but the judge made it very clear that she's not with the back and forth, and she doesn't want any mess. So the second reason that Jay-Z's lawyers are saying that the case should be dismissed is because they're saying it should be more of a like child offender case and not just like a gender-based case. So it should be more of a some type of child abuse, assault, something like that case, instead of it being like a underage. And I guess I don't know the law, so I guess it's different from a person being underage in S8 versus being a child, a complete child, and being S8. So they're saying that it should be more of a child related type of case. So the third reason why Jay-Z's lawyers are saying that the case should be dismissed, they're saying that the incident did not happen in New York. So they're saying that it was filed, and the filing states that the incident happened in New York, which we all, I believe they said it didn't happen in New York. It would have been in New Jersey, maybe. I'm not sure if I'm getting that right. But anyway, so that's the main three reasons why Jay-Z's lawyers filed today that this case should be dismissed. I'm thinking that the judge is not going for that. First of all, the incident didn't get filed until after that gender law came in place. So the gender law came in place way, after the case was even filed. So that should be dismissed, set aside just for that alone. So I understand about the incident didn't happen in New York, but whatever, it should still stay up. And then the whole child thing, I don't know. Maybe I could get that, but if she was 15, 16, then I don't even think the child law would would fall in place for her, because I don't know how they consider it with the child when it comes to SAM. So if there's the child, and then there's like a adolescent. So anyway, Jay-Z's lawyers, they're going to come up with everything they can to try to get that case dismissed. And I'm thinking the judge is not going for any of that. So hopefully, so yeah, Jay-Z's lawyers are saying that because of the girl's age, it should be more of a like child essay case instead of like just the underage case. I don't know how to actually put that, but I got this information from Pam, the Law Intellect, Pam Esquire, the Law Intellect on YouTube. So you guys can definitely go check out her channel. She read through the whole court documents because she is the lawyer, and she explained it and broke it down and made it make a lot of sense, because I heard about it this morning and I didn't really understand what they were saying, but she brought it down to simple terms, so I was able to understand. But those are the three reasons that Jay-Z is trying to get that case thrown out, and I'm thinking that's not going to work. It's not going to work. But you guys, yes, I am like, this sinus issue is just really is so aggravating. But I just took some more medicine, about to get in bed so I can, sleep while this medicine does its thing, because it's been about 3 days now. But I am getting a whole lot better. I'm getting rid of a lot of cold. And I hate to see that stuff. It's just gross. Isn't it gross? But I'm glad to see it coming out, which means that things are getting better for me. So, hi, Dwight. How are you? How's the weather in Canada? Sweetie, will you marry with you, please? Hmm. I'll marry you if you really are a prince. If you know where that line came from, comment in the comment section. But anyway, you guys, I wanted to get into the Royce Reed and Dwight Howard mess, you guys, because it is very strange, and it just reminds me of this whole Diddy situation. So Royce Reed said that a year ago, she said that Dwight Howard wore a red dress at one of the Diddy parties. But she didn't go into details and say why he wore this red dress. Now I'm thinking, where would Dwight Howard get a red dress from? Because y'all, Dwight Howard is huge. Okay, I remember people calling him like a transformer because his shoulders are huge, like he's super tall. So where would he get a dress? What what dress would he get to fit over them shoulders? My day was awesome. It was awesome today. Yay. Yes, Dwight. So yeah, okay, Brazilian. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel here. I definitely appreciate it. Okay, and hit that thumbs up button. So, okay, let's get into the mess. So, it seems like this whole Diddy thing, and it seems like it all started with Epstein, that all this messy mess is coming out about people, these celebrities messing with these children. Okay, yeah, I'm still talking about it because somebody needs to talk about it. Okay, and I'm here for the mess, right? So, Roy said that her son, when her son was only like between the ages of 2 and 5, she believed that her son was being touched by the babysitter that Dwight Howard, I'm sorry, had. And I don't believe that. I feel like this is my theory, and I don't know any of these people. This is all alleged, but I feel like maybe Dwight probably did it. I'm going to tell you why I think that. Okay. So Royce came out and spilled the tea. So she had an NDA. But the NDA, it didn't expire. I think they created a new one or something. So that one, well, I guess it would have still expired. So now she's able to talk and say a lot of stuff that she couldn't say before. So within the past couple of years, she's been very vocal about different things involving Dwight and her son. And so she said that she went to this party. She said that her and Dwight, of course, they were off and on. He acted like he didn't want to acknowledge the child that they had together. Then he would allow her to come in. Then he would abuse her. Then he would get rid of her, get another girlfriend, but keep seeing the child. Oh my goodness. Hold on, you guys. A lot can be said about people who, and I'm going to say people because this can go for male or female, you guys. This is not just based on certain men. We do know that people, as say children or underage people, and they're male and female, because Little Bow Wow came out and said that he was essayed by his female babysitter. So, anyway, let's get into it. So, Roy said that, her and Dwight was supposed to be back on again. He allowed her to come to his house, and her child was in the big house with him, and she was in the stand in the guest house, which I'm assuming that the guest house isn't attached to the main house. Maybe it was in the back or on the side or something. So she said she didn't realize that he was having a party. She went inside the house. It was a huge party. She said it was all type of people there. Okay? She said anyone who how did she say it? She said anyone who resonated with any of the pronouns. That's how she said it. She said that when she walked in the door, it was a table full of a whole bunch of substances and some peanut butter. Can y'all tell me what does that mean with the peanut butter? What type of drugs do people do with peanut butter? I don't understand that. That was confusing to me. I hope somebody can explain that to me because I was so confused and she didn't explain it. And I was like, girl, you need to explain that because I don't know what you're talking about. So anyway, she says she gets through the whole crowd and it's like a whole shit show going on. She says just all types of stuff. A girl pissed in a chair. She said it's transgenders in there, people in there arguing, showing out. And she said it's probably because they were on those substances. So she said she got upstairs to her son's room, and her son was in the room that was connected to his room. And she said once she got to her son, she kept asking him if he had gotten into any of the stuff downstairs that was on the table. And he told her no. And he told her that he wanted some peanut butter. That was real strange to me because I didn't understand the whole peanut butter thing. That's weird. But I don't know. Maybe someone can explain that to me. What does that mean? Because I don't know. Okay. So anyway, she says she's taking her son out of there. So she had to walk back through the crowd. Then she gets in. She went back to the guest house. And she said, she was talking to her son and all. She came back to the house because she was showing out. She was upset. And then she said the next morning, it was a whole lot of commotion going on with Dwight Howard and his best friend. And the best friend was saying something about somebody posting a video of someone, and she didn't really specify if it was the friend that was in the video or if it was Dwight Howard. So she said the friend was upset about a video that was posted and going around the internet, something to do with the transgender. And and she said that, she just thought she needed to get up out of there because of all the stuff that was going on. And she has a child there. And, she could be involved in some mess. So she thought to leave up out of there. Now, my first thought would have been with all that mess going on downstairs in the living room, the kitchen, the den, and the dining room, substances all on the table, I would have called the police. Because you got my son up here. I don't know if he been down here trying to get some food or something, messing with these people. You don't know what these people do. Anyway, she said that after that, she started telling Dwight that she was concerned about her child because she said her child was between the ages of 2 and 5, and he was like fondling himself in the bathtub. And she said she asked the doctor if that type of stuff was normal, and the doctor told her no, because it's not normal. What child at that age is doing stuff like that? Okay? I have 3 children. I've never had that issue with my children. Okay? That's too young to be doing that type of stuff, and someone's not messing with you. So she kept saying that, she believes it was this babysitter that she thinks Dwight Howard paid off to like disappear. I'm going to tell you what I think. I feel like that so-called babysitter could have been a handler. Could have been a handler. Could be that so-called babysitter could be the person that comes in and makes the celebrities do the strange stuff so that they can get the fame and keep the fame and all that type of stuff. Because I believe it is a person like that, some type of devilish person that comes around and pretty much manipulates these celebrities to do all this kind of weird, crazy, freakish type things to either themselves, family members, or friends, or people they don't even know. Because if y'all remember Kanye West said that it was his trainer who threatened him with locking him up in a mental institute. Now, how would the trainer feel comfortable enough to get someone admitted into the mental hospital unless they are a handler. Okay. And tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, if I have time, I want to get into the Dwayne Wade case. Like, or, well, it's not a case. The Dwayne Wade and his ex-wife, his first wife, their whole situation, what happened with them, because that story reminds me of the story I heard there. Now, his ex-wife was saying that there was this nanny who was a guy who was responsible for watching the children. And she said that, of course, we know the son is, one of the sons is now transgender, or I guess, can you be trans? I don't know how that stuff works. I'm sorry. So now one of the son is a girl, or considers their self a girl, Zaya, right? But Zaya had a nanny who was a guy who was very flamboyant, the ex-wife said. She said this, she didn't like the fact that a flamboyant guy was taking care of the children. And you guys, I just think that's all weird. That I don't mean no harm to no one. I feel like a nanny should be a female. Not to say that this stuff wouldn't happen if it was a female, but I don't know. It's just something about that nurturing spirit I feel like should come from a woman. And probably because I'm used to that, you know. I'm used to caregivers being females. So that's probably why my thoughts are like that. I don't mean no harm to no one. I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm just giving my opinion. Okay? But anyway, so yes, that's how I feel. I feel like that person that just disappeared, because why wouldn't Dwight want to, excuse me, why wouldn't Dwight want to choke the mess out of this so-called nanny that could have been responsible for essaying his child? And Roy said that not only did this happen to her child, it happened to a couple other of Dwight's children. And she said that Dwight was also assaulted, actually, with the S, by his half brother. So his dad's brother, which would be his brother, but she called it his half brother. That's still his blood. That's his full brother. So Dwight Howard's brother on his dad's side essayed him when he was younger. And she said his family, they all went to church and they prayed, and they act like it all went away because they went to church and they prayed it out of him, or, you know, something like that. And I felt like that was very strange. And she also said that that same half brother essayed his own child. Now, who you know doing that to their child? Hopefully nobody. But she said that that half brother essayed his own daughter. This is all alleged. I don't know these people. Roy said all this stuff, okay? I'm just thinking about how it all makes sense, how he's all into the mess that he's into now. Because if you know, or if you don't know, let me tell you. So now all of a sudden, he's engaged to be married to this woman. Now, I believe he has like 5 different baby mamas or 5 different babies, something like that. So he has a whole bunch of women he done had children with, no ring. Very suspicious nowadays, right? You know, a man wants to have so many children by different women and then doesn't want to be with any one of them. There's no woman. that can tie you down. I've always thought that was very strange. Men who just like to be with a lot of different women. That's just weird to me. It's always been weird. I mean, I get it when you're young, you're in your teens or 20s, and you want to be playing around out there in the street, messing with a lot of different women. It makes sense. And you're not married, because if you're not married, then you're single. So it makes sense. But when you're in your 30s and 40s and on up, to me, it's time to be trying to settle down. And if you're not trying to settle down with one woman, but yet you feel like you can have any woman and you want to be available to just any and every woman, that's weird to me, especially during these times when we know how, I don't know, it just seems like certain men just want to get off however they can. So they just mess with anybody. Real weird. That's funny. That's funny. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and hit that thumbs up button. I really would appreciate it. But you guys, so Royce and Dwight Howard's child got into some mess with a younger child, a child younger than him. And I guess it was some type of essay, some type of assault, actually, with the S, that he got into. And I believe Royce ended up getting in trouble. And I thought that was very strange because that child has two parents. So why would Royce only be the only one that got into trouble and not her and Dwight? But so I'm thinking, that probably happened to him. So that's what he does. And Roy said that when he was like 9 or 10 or something like that, that Dwight and his friends would talk to Roy's son, Royce and Dwight's son, and tell him that the G spot is in the anus and that it's okay for him to be sexually fluent and it's okay for him to experience men and women. And now she says that Dwight they tried to make the son say that he wasn't essayed by someone. And they took him to church and got a preacher to pray over him and tried to pretty much make him say that that never happened to him. And now the child is all confused, and he's like 17 now, and he's all confused. And she says that Dwight calls him and calls him gay. He calls him, talks to him, and he calls him weird and tells him and says stuff to him like, "Oh, you're being gay or you're acting gay." And she said she believes he's just trying to mess with his head so that, they can create this whole disturbed person, which people do that and abusers do that. And that sounds like something that's coming from an abuser. That's another reason why I feel like Dwight was probably the one messing with that child, allegedly. This is all my opinion and not that so-called babysitter. And the babysitter probably was in on it too. I don't know these people. But I know this whole celebrity world, Hollywood stuff, that's all weird. I'm just so glad I'm not caught up in that arena. And I hope you guys don't try to push your children or family members to be into that type of arena because it's all crazy. It's weird. Okay? I've heard I heard stuff about Hugh Hefner being with not just men and women, but also with animals. Okay, that Holly weird. Okay, that is weird. And it's not just the actors, it's all of them. It's all of them. It's the athletes, it's the artists, the singers, the rappers, the celebrity, it's all the celebrities. They're all into that mess, you guys. But I thought it was very strange that Roy said that Dwight was at some of those parties, and one in particular, he wore a red dress. Why would that even need to be a joke? I remember I was working at this warehouse a long time ago, and my supervisor, he was a handsome guy, he was a white guy, and he would always have these like contests for us to try to get us to get motivated about getting our numbers up and stuff. But he would always say things like, "Oh, well, if y'all do this, then I'll give y'all this, or I'll wear a dress. I'll wear a skirt. I'll wear a tutu." And he did. He wore all those things. And I think even when we did reach our numbers, he still wore the dress and the tutu. But that always stuck with me because I just thought that was the strangest thing ever. I'm just trying to understand, why would it be okay for a man to wear a dress? Now, think this is my mind back in the day, about almost 10 years ago, thinking like this. So, of course, men wearing dresses now is like, that's what they do. But think about then, back then, he would just put it out there. No one would say, "Oh, we want to see you in a dress. We want to see you in a tutu." What is that about? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I don't understand how everything is like so over sexual. Everything is so over sexual. You guys, I had to drive out of town yesterday real quick to go handle something, to go drop off some gifts, some Christmas gifts, right? And the whole time I'm in the car with my mom, I'm trying to play my playlist on the radio, and it just wasn't working, right? First of all the music that I was playing, I realized how sexual it was. Everything was sexual, everything. And I was like, dang, I can't play this music because I don't feel comfortable riding in the car with my mom and all this sexual music is playing. I mean, like graphic almost, right? So then I turned on some like old school music, and it was the same type of sexual notation in the music there, but it was worded differently. It was like a little more gracefully put, or more covered up, I would say. So instead of saying "I want to eat your butt," it was pretty much saying "I want to make love to you." But that whole but this has created the monsters that you see nowadays, that you see walking amongst you, that you're raising. you know this type of music and these actors and stuff, they have pretty much shaped and molded a lot of people in this world who are not actors, who are just watching. So now it makes sense why the world is all crazy, and why a lot of people feel like, "Oh, I just got to show my behind." Because that's all you see. That's all you see. If you turn on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, the first thing girls show, and I ain't trying to be rude or mean, but mainly it's the black girls. The first thing you see is they behind. Like, they turn around and show it to you. It's the weirdest thing to me. I remember before the ass became a huge thing amongst people, you know. I remember the guys wearing the baggy pants and their butt showing. And I used to be like, "Oh, I can't stand that. I hate seeing guys boxers or underwear that they have on." Like, I just thought that was so sloppy. And then, of course, when older people see it, they just get real rude and disgusted by it. And then I would be like, well, it ain't that bad. But no, it has created this mess that we have now. Okay? A culture, and it's the black culture, and I'm black, and that's why I'm pointing it out. But for my race of people, I've noticed it. I notice it. I see it. Okay? I see how a lot of black guys, especially young guys, and a lot of old black guys too, they don't want to be in no serious relationship with women. Okay? They feel like they are the prize and we are lower than them. And I'm not just saying this because I'm single. Okay? I mean, I've been noticing this for a very long time. That's why when I got married and I met my husband, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm glad I'm out the game. I ain't even got to worry about it. But here I go again, right? But yeah, it is messed up out here. And it's sad to say, but it seems like it's mostly with the black race. And we are such a hurt group of people. It's just tearing us up. And I'm saying all that to say that the ass has been so over sexualized that even the man wants the ass. Okay, he wants ass from a man, not just from a woman. He wants everything. He wants men and women. Y'all, it's this lady called Kendra G. She hosts this dating show on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I like Kendra G's show. I do. But most of the men that come on her show won't men. Or they'll say they're bisexual, so they like men and women. As if we supposed to want you and you want him. The nerve. Okay? I wish I would. Knowingly. It's so messed up out here. It's a mess. It's a mess. And it's hard to escape. You can't even escape this mess. Okay? Like, I don't even understand. Like, where are the black men, the single black men, that want to be with a woman? That want to be with a black woman? Ain't nothing wrong with a black man being with whatever woman. Hell, if he with a woman, I'm happy for him. Okay? I don't care what race she is. I'm just like thankful. Okay? I only have one son, and y'all just don't know how happy I am that he likes women. Like, I don't mean no harm towards nobody. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm not trying to put anybody down. I'm just speaking my truth. But the behind has become so sexualized. It has become such a thing because I remember when a girl like myself ain't had no problem pulling a guy. Now if my hips ain't all, if I ain't shapely, you know, I'm not going to get those looks and stares from certain guys because I'm not the shapely one. I'm not the one that's showing all my skin, all my boobs and everything that I can. Like, there was a time, y'all, and I lived in it. I lived through it where you didn't have to be all revealing and showing all your stuff to pull them in. So, me just seeing how everything has evolved, it's just like, wow, things are terrible. And it's probably just going to get worse from here. And I'm saying this has greatly affected the black community because it has. Like, I don't notice this with any other race of people. I don't see the Spanish women out here showing their behinds all on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. I don't see the white woman showing her behind, and I definitely don't see the Asian women showing their behind. I'm not gonna say why I feel that way, but I'm not. But I'm just saying, you guys, this is a very crazy world. Women are the same way about what? Women are the same way. How? I don't understand. But yeah, um, the more I talk, the more I feel like it's hard for me to get my words out and breathe through this whole sinus issue that I'm going through. But I just wanted to get on here and say this because all this stuff was on my mind. And I did do a live earlier with Royce. Well, not an interview or anything, but showing the video part through three, one, two, and three of Royce Reed telling her truth and explaining how she met Dwight Howard and how everything unfolded with them two. So please, you guys, go ahead and check that video out and hear Royce in her own words tell the story because I definitely believe her. It makes a whole lot of sense to me. But yeah, you guys, so tomorrow, which is real soon, is New Year's Eve, and I just think it's exciting that a whole new year is starting, and it's exciting. And I also thought that it's weird how we celebrate New Year's Day, because when I was getting my nails done, was that last Friday? Yeah, last Friday, the Friday before last. I don't know. When I was getting my nails, I think it was Friday, last Friday. When I was getting my nails done, the Asian guy, he said he's Vietnamese, and he said that they don't celebrate New Year. He said they have a type of celebration for like it's not the beginning of the year because it doesn't happen until like later on in the year. I think he said like March or something. But I just thought it was weird that we celebrate Christmas even though Jesus' birthday isn't in December. I ain't trying to make nobody mad. Let me get up off of here because I know y'all probably done with me with everything I'm talking about. But yeah, you guys, please subscribe to my channel. Right, right. See, I'm just speaking, okay? Thank you, Jay. Yeah, I'm just speaking my truth. But if I say that, I hope you're subscribed to my channel. If not, subscribe to my channel so you can know every time I go live and post the video. But yeah, like, okay, like I think that's insanity that people are saying around Christmas time. People are saying, yeah, it's Jesus' birthday and we're celebrating, we're doing this for Jesus. When in the Bible it says that you're not supposed to have a tree and decorate it with silver and gold. And Jesus' birthday is not, it's not in any Bible. Show me a Bible verse that says Jesus' birthday is in December. I'll wait. No, I ain't got time for that. But yeah, you guys, let me get off here. I've said enough. But yeah, I definitely want to have a conversation about how everything has like almost flipped. It's gotten real crazy. It's real crazy out here in the dating world, especially for black people. Okay, it's terrible. Oh, but I was saying that about Kendra G real quick. I was just mentioning how most of the men come on there want men, or they say they want both. Usually, if a man comes on there, he's either bisexual or it's an African. K Reno? Grand Deception. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. So yeah, you guys, K Reno, check that out. Also here, I'm gonna look into that as soon as I get off of here. You definitely have earned a moderator spot. Yeah, so that means when I go live, You're going to have to be a part. Okay? So let me see how I make that happen. All right. So I'm not sure if you can see it, but it does say that you are a moderator. Thank you so much for joining again, you guys. Please subscribe to my channel. And I hope tomorrow is a better day for me dealing with this whole sinus issue and trying to get rid of this mucus and cold. All right. Well, you guys have an awesome night, and I'll see you guys New Year's Eve. Yeah, you guys. Peace.